Hey guys, and welcome back to the Indie Spotlight here on the Fronsman Productions YouTube channel. If you're new to this series, this is where I take a look at all the amazing independent movies being shot to help shine a spotlight on some awesome indie talent. Today we're actually going to be talking about Richard Russell's short thriller, A Family Matter. A Family Matter is a dark thriller that focuses on the themes of how far a family will go to protect their honor. The movie opens up with Melissa, played by Heather Bales, as she gets attacked by a father and son duo, Coulter and Josh, played by James L. Edwards and Kyle Shaw, respectively. Following the attack, we now discover that Melissa is tied up and gagged in Coulter's garage. From there, the short film bounces back and forth between the past events that led to the current situation as well as where we are now with deciding Melissa's fate. We learn that Melissa is actually the ex-girlfriend of Coulter's other son, Timmy, played by Keith Migra. In an early scene where Timmy invites Melissa over to dinner, there's already tension in the family as Josh immediately doesn't like Melissa. This creates a rift between Timmy and Melissa's relationship, which reaches a boiling point when Melissa makes a disparaging comment about Timmy's deceased mother. Back in the present, we learn that the attack was set up in response to Melissa's comments, which the family views as disrespectful to their family's honor. However, things get more complicated when Coulter's new wife, Toby, played by Allison Marie Rogers, shows up and discovers Melissa tied up and gagged in their garage. She's very upset by this and insists that Coulter needs to deal with this matter quickly. However, there's still tension between Coulter and Josh and Timmy, as Timmy feels remorseful about what they did and wants to let her go, whereas Coulter and Josh feel like Melissa really crossed a line that needs to be dealt with severely. Now that's all I'll say about the plot because I don't want to spoil anything that happens from there. Instead, I'd like to talk about some of the filmmaking aspects that I found really great within A Family Matter. One thing that really stood out to me was the acting. I thought that everybody did a tremendous job in their roles, and having worked with Keith Migra and I'm about to start working with Heather Bales, both on In the Hands of Fate, it was really cool seeing their dynamic play out, and I really loved both of their acting in the scene where they have that big blow up and that big argument when she makes those comments about Timmy's mother. I thought especially Keith did such a good job of building up that, tension to where it reaches that boiling point by the end of the scene. I also think that the film really demonstrated some visually stunning shots that really show Richard Russell's keen eye for framing and composition when it comes to cinematography. One shot that really stands out in particular is the wide shot showing Melissa tied up in the garage. I love how small it makes her look. And I also love the fact that there are objects being used in the foreground to create a greater depth in that shot that really helps communicate, her feeling trapped and small in the distance that she has from the outside world for any chance of escape. Another shot that I really love that Richard Russell used was his take on the iconic trunk shot. I love the fact that when Coulter shuts the door, you can actually still see through the back window. I thought that was kind of a really cool looking shot. Finally, I really love the makeup work here done by Ron George. If you know Ron, you know that he is one of the most well-respected and professional makeup artists out here in Northeast Ohio. So it's really no surprise that his makeup looks just as good here in A Family Matter as it does in the numerous other projects that he's been a part of. It's always really cool to see Ron George's makeup effects. He really brings a lot of production value to any film that he's on with his, cutting edge special effects makeup. Overall, I really do think that A Family Matter is worth the watch for independent filmmakers. One thing that I always love to say on this channel is that you don't need money to have talent, and I think that A Family Matter does a great job of showing that and demonstrating that you can have a movie with visually stunning and creative shot composition as well as tremendous acting, and you can do all that with little to no budget. So whenever I do get the opportunity to share a locally made independent movie that was shot with a low budget, I love doing that to help inspire other filmmakers to go out there and make that movie that you want to make. You can watch A Family Matter right now here on YouTube, and as always, I'm going to go ahead and link the short film down in the description of this video, so be sure to check it out. But anyway, guys, that is all that I have time for here today. Remember, if you like this content and you want to see even more videos on indie filmmaking, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn that bell on for notifications. And if you yourself are an independent filmmaker and you would like me to talk about your movie here on the Indie Spotlight, be sure to let me know. All you've got to do is down into the comments, let me know the name of your movie and where I'll be able to watch it, and I'll add that to my watch list to discuss in a future video. Anyway, guys, until next time, that's a wrap.